Whew. Okay, got the stream going. Oh. I just don't know. It's like it rained today and it was 76 degrees. So that's a whole mess of fucking humidity. What's this? South Korean president threatens to destroy North Korea? That's crazy. I have a feeling something's going to happen with them. I don't think it's going to be a world war. I don't think it's going to be like that. I don't know why we just can't send a SEAL team over there to just snipe his ass. I mean, here's the thing I don't understand. His father was crazy. Why couldn't he have some sense? Oh, I trust me, trees go to war. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Human beings are scum. They're scum. There's absolutely no advantage to having a war. Yeah, don't say that, Hayabusa, because then you're gonna do a troll and you're gonna say, "Oh, you hate your fans." No, you know what I mean when I say human beings are scum. Like 97% of the people in the world are fucking idiots. I consider myself a 3%er. And I hope you all do too. I mean, consider yourself 3%ers. We don't have idiots on this show. Except for Mike Madden. So anyway, I really don't want to get into politics because YouTube will fucking strike me or something. So we got to talk about video games, I guess.
Dude, so dumb, man.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
Like you can't say hi and hi YouTube. Oh, strike.
Yep, it's fucking ridiculous.
Whoever's like the owner is so dumb.
Hold on one second. I just got to check something. And then we'll get started.
You can't say the N-word on YouTube.
Oh, is that what you want to start off with?
It's just so dumb, though.
Hold on one second. Yeah, so anyway, welcome to Warzone number 333. We are live on the YouTubes. Welcome to Warzone number 300. Hey, where you been, man?
Working, man. Lots of track business.
Welcome to Warzone number. What are you working for? I'm just messing with you. Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen you on here, dude.
Yeah, 3-4 weeks or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody get NBA 2K18 for Switch?
Is it even coming out for Switch?
Yeah.
It's out today or something. Yes.
Can they handle the graphics of the dunks and all that stuff?
I guess so.
Ugh.
But if you don't got an SD card, you don't get all the features.
Yeah, well, you know.
It reminds me of
I
PlayStation
kind of
1.
think, I kind of think. Part of me says, yeah, Nintendo really thinks out their stuff, but then part of me is like, no, they don't. They want to be like Apple. They just want money. I'm sorry, I'm eating a couple slices of pizza. So anyway, I think it's ridiculous the way they do things and the way they like. This is the stuff that people should be getting pissed off at, because why is it that there's not enough memory in the system to support the game that you have to have an SD card? Does that make any sense?
It's like PlayStation 1, you know, when you need the memory card.
Yeah. Freddie's like, I'm gonna cut deep. I'm gonna talk about PlayStation 1. I'm gonna go way back. That shit pissed me off.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah, I remember playing Resident Evil 1, and then I go all far, and I fucking died, and I didn't have a memory card.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that shit. Then I had to start
Because there was a
all
time when you didn't need memory cards to play games because the game was a memory card. You know?
Yeah, even Super Nintendo had it.
Yeah. There would be
Or passcodes.
yeah, something like that. There was always something. And I think that started with Zelda,
Things.
right?
Yeah, but I remember Mario RPG had his own save.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's crazy, but I mean, these are the things that this is just, it's gaming. So these are the things we got to deal with. But let's get back. Let's just get this out of the way real quick. This whole PewDiePie thing, because there was a lot of controversy over it, and I'll tell you right now, and I'm sure you all agree with me. PewDiePie is really not the one that's at fault. Yeah, he's a dick and he's racist, but the biggest issue here is the people defending him. And I'll go into specifics. If you're not black, if you look at the history of the word, and you look at the history of how white people viewed black people using the word, there were white people many years ago in the 70s that would go to a Red Fox concert or a Richard Pryor concert or an Eddie Murphy concert, and they would hear them use the word, and they would laugh. Okay? Then came the 90s hip-hop era. And white folks started questioning, well, why are they allowed to call themselves that? Why are they allowed to use that word, but I'm not? But they would just question it. And I'm talking about white people that aren't racist. Now, in the social justice age, in the social media age, we have white people defending the use of the word. And some of them are saying, well, it's just a word. We need to take the hate away from the word and all that stuff. I thought we already did that. Because of black people, I don't know about all the black people that are listening to the show, but I grew up in Boston, and I've heard of and used the word ever since I was like 4 or 5 years old. And you hear the adults in the neighborhood using it. You heard Richard Pryor using it on the Richard Pryor albums. You heard your uncles using it, your cousins using it. So you would grow up using it like they used it. At the same time, being a young kid growing up in the suburbs of Boston, if white people drove by in a van and yelled out nigger while they were driving by, you knew why they were saying it, because they were being racist.
Can you hear me, Tom?
So at a very young age, we knew the difference between somebody using it for hate and somebody using it as a term of endearment. Okay? Me and my best friend, when we were, I swear, like 4 or 5 years old, and we, you know, we both went to the same babysitter. Babysitter happened to be his grandmother, but my mom would drop me off, and I'd spend the day with my best friend and his grandmother and a few other neighborhood kids. Whenever I showed up, or when he showed up, we opened the door and we saw each other, we'd go, "Hey, nigga." And we thought it was funny. But that was just us, you know? So, bring it back. So, here we are, 2017. And now, white people are saying that it's just a word and we need to take the hate away from it, or it's no big deal, this and that. And you can't be white and say it's no big deal. You can't be white and use the word. Period. I don't care if you don't like the fact that you can't use the word, or you don't like the fact that you heard it in rap albums and we're allowed to use it and for as freely as we want. It doesn't matter that you don't like it. But if you are white and you use that term, there's only one reason why you're using it. Case in point, and this is something I brought up on Twitter. You will never hear cracker, honky, fucking guinea, wop, kike, wetback, fucking any of those terms come out of my mouth. Fucking gook, all those negative racist terms out there. You'll never, ever, ever hear me say those things. Those words don't accidentally slip out my mouth. I can't slip those words out of my, they just won't come out of my mouth because I don't use them. Okay? I'll tell you about the cracker story in a second, since people like to remember shit in my history. That was a funny story because we were in Vegas and I was talking about Ryan Seacrest with John Saw standing in line. And I said, Seacrest, I said, it sounds like the name of a cracker. Why did I say that? Because there is a brand of crackers out there called Seacrest. Okay? So that was Murphy's Law working against me. However, everybody around me didn't know what I was talking about, including John Shaw, and thought I was talking about crackers, a.k.a. white folks, but I wasn't. Anyway, yes, as Hayabusa says, cracker, nigger, the things that are not the same. There is no term for white folks that hurt as much as that word. All right? But as a black man, you don't drive through an Italian neighborhood and stick your head out the window and yell Guinea, okay? You don't do it in a Mexican neighborhood. In a Mexican neighborhood, you don't drive around saying wetback. You don't do these things because it's disrespectful, okay? All right, so let's take PewdiePie. So PewdiePie is online, and this actually cracked me up. So the last controversy he had, I actually defended him because what he was doing was satirical and funny. And it was almost like a skit or whatever he did. I think he dressed up in some uniform. That really didn't bother me. But when I watched the footage of him playing the PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, and he just blurted it out like it was a natural thing. You know? He got pissed off. Nigger! You know? And I'm just like, whoa, wait a minute. What the fuck? You know, it just came out of his mouth naturally. Now, the dude makes $6 million a year. He's free to do whatever he wants. But when people start doing shit like that, they start showing their true colors. You can't play around with that, you know? And whether he's doing it just to create a mess and piss people off or not, it doesn't matter. You just don't say those things. And the funny thing is after he said it, he said something about, I really need to change myself. I got to find it because it was funny. He apologized. And the thing is, I really believe he apologized because his publicist or whoever he deals with told him to apologize, because I seriously doubt that he apologized because he saw all the flack he was getting on YouTube, especially since all of his fucking YouTube followers were defending him. which I think is the bigger problem here. So he did an apology. He said, I don't mean that in a bad way, which doesn't make any fucking sense. And he said something else about, I really need to change myself. He says, believe it or not, I want nothing to do with these people. I have no hate in my heart, and I only have hate for hateful people. And he talked about the incident in February. Like I said, the incident in February didn't piss me off. I think he had like a Nazi uniform on or something.
Yeah.
But it was a whole skit that he did. It was some kind of skit. I can't remember. And part of it was putting on a Nazi uniform, whatever. Really didn't bother me, whatever. But actually, this didn't bother me either. I actually kind of laughed when I saw it because I really wasn't surprised about it. But what's really bothered me is all the people coming to his defense. And I was thinking, the only reason they're coming to his defense is, and I'm sure a lot of people that follow him know what he said is wrong, but they don't want to have to say, oh, you fucked up, PewdiePie, I'm unsubscribing, because they want to continue to watch his content. So instead of standing up for what they know it's right, they're defending him. Okay, so it's just like that's what bothers me. And some of the defenses are, oh, it's just a word, it's no big deal, da-da-da. It's no big deal. What the fuck are you talking about? And as I said, is PewdiePie going to go into Harlem, fucking Detroit, Boston, L.A., and scream that word around a bunch of black people? If it's okay? Are all those people that defended him, are they going to just walk into a crowd of black people and say that because it's just a word and it's okay? Of course not, because they're going to get their fucking face stomped in. So, again, it's like, here we have this guy who makes $6 million a year, and he's untouchable. Thankfully, some of the developers did something about it, and they started content striking him because they don't want their games to be associated. They don't want him making money off their games if he's going to be doing that shit. So one of the developers of Firewatch or whatever did it, and he urged other developers to do it. And then people were saying, this isn't the answer. And I'm like, yeah, I think that is the answer. Because I know if I was a developer and he was saying that shit while I was playing my games, I'd do content strikes on him.
It's going to be hurting his pockets.
Yeah, he's not going to feel it at all. He's not. And that is the whole problem. That is the whole problem with it. And it's like, here we are in 2017. If you're black, you can use the term. If you're Italian, you can call other Italians guineas. If you're Mexican, you can call other Mexicans wetbacks. If you're Asian, you can call other Asians gooks. If you want, as jokes or as terms of endearment or whatever the fuck. But if you're outside that race, don't use those terms. Period. It's that simple. Now, I'm not one of these dudes that's going to get on public transportation or walk the streets and nigga this, nigga that in front of everybody. I don't do that. I do it in very close company. And we laugh about it. Rikuson comes on the show. He uses it all the time. Cracks me up.
What's good, niggas?
But that's Rikuson, and he understands. And I'm not going to get mad at him for using the term. There are some black people that don't want to hear, want to have anything to do with that word. They don't want to hear it. And I totally get that. What'd you say, Rikuson?
Didn't somebody block me on Twitter because of that?
I think Weapon X did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Whatever.
Let me read some of these comments.
You said the word, I'll block you.
Hayabusa said Eminem. I don't think Eminem's ever used the word. If he has, I've never heard him use it. I might be wrong about that. Kalel says Pinko Kami. I Am Legend. Nah, it wasn't funny. That clip gave me flashbacks of the kids in Halo 2. Yeah. Well, I used to get that all the time on Xbox and PSN.
Well, Call of Duty too.
Yep. Nigga. Just because they can. It's like, I could be playing a white character and somebody call me nigga. It's like,
and they'd be like 10 years old.
Yeah, they're just saying it because they can get away with it. I'm going to piss somebody off. Nigga. High Booster said his apology is about as useful as apologizing to your spouse for cheating while still in the pussy. Even better, how about apologizing to your spouse before and after you punch her? I Am Legend says fake ass apology, just like the anti-Semitic shit. He did 9 different videos about racist shit against Jews. Oh damn, he did 9. I know I saw 1. High Booster said nope. He said nigga like 4 times before this. Fuck, 4 times? Really?
Probably was not too big.
Did he really? Nobody. I guess nobody caught it and recorded it. Hayabusa says, if my son does something stupid, I call him stupid. You can't safely call my son stupid, though. Rikuson, I can hear you now, by the way. I guess we couldn't hear you earlier. Again, sorry to be eating on the stream, but I had some leftover pizza. I had to eat it. I need nourishment to get me through the night. QL said you can call Japanese people rice eaters because he was totally fine with crap gamers saying it. Wait, what? Well, when did he say that? You can call Japanese... I thought, as I was reading the sentence, I was ready to start laughing because I thought you were going to say you can call Japanese people rice eaters because that's actually what they eat. Mm-hmm. You ain't sorry about shit to me on Twitter. What are you talking about? I don't understand what you're saying, I Am Legend. Grab the mic. You're not making any sense right now. I never apologized to you on Twitter. Oh shit, it's the real D-White, motherfuckers. Y'all know you can't talk about niggas without me in the room. You see?
You said the word.
Freddie, oh, now here's another thing. Here's another common misconception. Can Latinos use the word? Yeah, man. They suffer the same struggles brothers do. I heard Freddie use it. Tony Palenko uses it all the time. But it's a term of endearment. But out of respect, none of my white friends have ever said that to me.
What you mean? I got an argument with a motherfucker on Twitter who told me one of my black friends let me say it.
Yeah,
So it's
bullshit.
fine.
You know that's a lie.
Don't give the word power, man. I'm like, come on, that's some bullshit. But nah, what I was saying was, you ain't sorry about eating on the stream. You do it all the time, motherfucker.
No, I don't.
But,
I do it once in a blue moon. But the difference now is you can actually see me, so it's different. You see what I'm eating. You see the pizza coming up to my mouth. It actually might be more entertaining. See the food. Yeah, it is. Watch.
Yeah, be like that guy that eats food and be like millions of views.
Watch this. VR. That shit's funny and you know it.
Just keep...
I guarantee you everybody in this room is cracking up. How many people want to see the pizza plane again? Type of 1.
Like a little...
What kind of shit are you up to? Man said the pizza plane.
Everybody always wants to... I'm a... do it anyway.
In 4K.
So, yeah. So, you got into an argument with somebody associated with... or somebody that was defending PewdiePie or what?
Yeah. Just talking about, you know, I see motherfuckers talking, bumped into some streams, you know, some shit I gotta talk about. You talking about saying a motherfucker can just say nigger, and it's cool, and, you know, motherfuckers talking about, you know, don't give the word power, you know, he didn't mean it like that. Well, just like you saying, I be at work, in my daily conversation with my friends, I say nigga all day. But when I go to work, I consciously don't say that word.
Right, exactly.
So I'm just saying, if you're not black, I'm just saying not black. I even give some motherfuckers in the hood, you know, maybe I know some Latino motherfuckers in the hood around niggas, you know, and they say the shit. But I'm just saying, I don't say that word. It just don't come out my mouth unless I want to say it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a white man and you've been saying all this anti-Semitic shit, and like I said, he said nigga, I've seen the tape of him saying nigga before this. You saying this for It's not shock value. Saying it's because you want to say it.
Because you do it all the time. That's why
Yeah.
you're used to saying it. Hold on, we got something on the chat here. So I got to read the Yahoo chat. Sorry, the YouTube chat. So Futuristic Viper says, "Fuck Poopy Pie." Shit Dick says, "What's up, dude?" I have no idea who that is. Futuristic Viper says, "Tor, you too funny." Shit Dick says, "You can call anybody whatever the fuck you like. You'll just have to pay whatever consequences might come about from it." Well, exactly, yeah. It's called free speech. Yeah, I can go into Little Italy and run down the street and say, "You're a bunch of fucking guinea wops," and I'll die, and there won't be any more show, and I'll be in pain. Shit Dick also says, like, "I would call you a nigga and you can ban me for it." No, I'd find your ass and beat your fucking ass if you did that shit. I'd find some IP addresses.
It's all these internet gangsters. You know, it's internet gangsters,
Yes.
internet racists.
Yes.
Like you said, some motherfucker was on the internet on Twitter talking about everybody likes free speech until someone uses it. Well, yeah, go use the free speech in the hood. Come to the South End, call me a nigga with all my boys, and see what happens to you.
All my
Take
boys.
some risk.
Call it to me right after I woke up in the morning and I'm groggy. I'll still beat your motherfucking ass. But here's the thing. People always do this whole free speech thing. We are exercising free speech right now. Let me give you an example of free speech. Fuck Trump. That's free speech, okay?
Yep.
Nobody from the White House is going to come and arrest me or beat me up for saying that, all right?
Unless you're an ESPN.
You're right, exactly. That's
Oh,
an example
PewdiePie.
because I can't stand him. I think he's an idiot, so I can say how I feel about him, okay? Now, maybe if I was working for a major publication and I wrote that, then he could sue me for slander. But this is the war zone. I only have about 1 million people that watch it every week, so it's different. That's free speech. Being hateful because of somebody's race, color, or creed, it's just being hateful and disrespectful. And don't say you're practicing free speech. You're just being hateful. Say what it actually is. And I'll say it again. Poopy Pie either said that it slipped, which I believe it slipped out of his mouth. I don't think he said it to get a rise out of people and create controversy like he usually does. I think it actually slipped out of his mouth, which means he uses it on the regular. And I'm going to keep it fucking real as hell. There may be some white folks that in very close company that, use the term, but don't use it outside that close company. When I talk about white people in close company, it's very specific white people, racist white people, or crazy white people. So here's an example of me talking with my black friends in a closed company about crazy white people. If we're watching TV and we see a white person scuba diving with a great white, we say, "White people are fucking crazy, man. Fuck that shit." Or bungee jumping. "Oh, fuck that. I ain't gonna jump out of a perfectly good working plane. White people are crazy." That's it. But I'm not gonna be in a crowd of white people and say that. It's called being respectful. Shit Dick says, it still falls under free speech. Inciting violence would be hate speech. Correct. Yep, you're right. And lastly, I got into a discussion with one of my followers, Low Euro 202, and he brought up the fact that there's this new music video
Is
out
this racist?
What a fucking...
by this guy. Oh, fuck. It's called... Give me a second. It was a pretty deep conversation. And I still haven't watched the video yet, so I guess I better watch it. There's this video by this guy called Xtentation. And he's a black rapper. He's a black rapper. And in the video, I guess he hangs a little white boy. So he brought this up, and he says, I'll read some of his tweets. It's hard to find the original ones, but he says, "Why is everybody railing on PewdiePie for using a word when this guy is depicting himself hanging a white child in his video, lynching a white child?" I was like, well, hold on. I don't even know who the fuck this dude is. So his shit must suck if I don't know who he is. B, he's not as big as PewdiePie, so that's why nobody's up in arms complaining about him. And I said, if he's lynching a white child in the video, well then yeah, that's racist. But then I corrected myself. It's like, let me watch the video first, because case in point, just because somebody creates a film, video, or short story that's depicting racism doesn't mean they're racist. Case in point, Quentin Tarantino wrote a story called Django, and in that story, he had a bunch of dogs eat a black man alive. Does that mean Quentin Tarantino's a racist? No. So let me watch the video first and then determine if this guy's a racist. Now, obviously, the guy that did this video called X-Tentation, it's a fucking stupid ass name. He's got issues. He's got serious issues, and he's violent, and he's had a past, and he's been arrested. Just all this shit surrounded by this guy. But anyway, in this video, I'm not going to play this video. I still haven't watched it. Oh, you know, sometimes you could look at a rap artist and you know they suck just by looking at him. I'm just looking at him. I know this guy sucks. Okay, so the name of the video is called Look at Me.
Blasphemous, killing our own. Rather send glory to all the chosen ones that rid you of innocence, but in a sense, innocent will soon behold the ignorance. Blasphemous, killing our own, murdering black.
In the video, he lynches this white dude. I really got to watch the video, but the other thing I got to get from this video is I got to understand what he's saying. And honestly, I'll be honest with you. I'm playing the video right now. You could probably hear it on the stream.
To bring violence, cause it's a game of cat and mouse, and you gon' bleed.
He actually doesn't suck. He's actually got some flow. He's got some vernacular. He doesn't suck. So I was wrong about that. He still looks like he sucks, but he doesn't really suck. So he's got some lyrics. And just by scanning through the video, I can see that he references Emmett Till and police brutality in this video. So I'm sure that the lynching of the white child he's trying to make a point. Oh, somebody already linked it. He's trying to make a point in this video. So before casting judgment on him and saying he's a racist, not that I like the guy and I know he's got some issues, I'm not going to blatantly call him racist without watching the video and see what the video is about. The difference between what he's doing and what PewdiePie is doing is PewdiePie said it because he uses the term because he's a racist, okay? There's no doubt about that. If you're white and you fucking say the term, it slips out of your mouth, that means it's a regular, like, you hear me say shit slips out of my mouth all the time that I say. You know, you hear me, you've been listening to me talk to you guys for hours for the last 9 fucking years. Sometimes stuff comes out of my mouth and you guys say, you didn't say that, you said this. I was like, no, I didn't. Yes, you did. wait, I'm just reading some of these messages. So Hayabusa says, Trump has to be the most butthurt president in modern history. And then he says, Ice use nigga on the sly. No, Ice doesn't use it. And then he says, Quentin Tarantino always finds a way to sneak nigga in his movies. Still don't understand that. I wouldn't say that Quentin finds a way to sneak it in his movies. The only movie where I had issues with him using it was Pulp Fiction. But every movie...
Nigga storage? You're mad about that? That was filthy.
Of course I'm mad about that. Why wouldn't I be mad about that? But wait, let me tell you why I'm mad about it, and then maybe you'll understand. Like, you got to remember, the majority of Quentin Tarantino's movies have either black people or Italians. Okay? Number one. Case in point, Reservoir Dogs. 1 or 2 of those guys in that group were racist. Okay? And that's character development. Then you get Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction had very strong black characters in it, right? But there was one scene, the dead nigga storage scene, which upset me. And I'll tell you why it upset me, okay? Here in this movie, you have this character who is a white man who has a black wife. A black wife who he not only fears, but he fears and he respects her, okay? He loves this woman. He fears her. He respects her. She keeps the house a certain way, and he doesn't want blood on the tiles. He doesn't want to deal with her wrath. He respects this black woman. Okay? And he's with a black woman. Okay? Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know anybody in the history of time post-slavery that married a black woman that was racist. So I'm watching this movie and I'm thinking, okay, here's a character. It's this white dude who's with this black woman. He obviously respects her. He wants these guys to get out of his house and leave it the same way it came. Then he drops dead nigger storage. How could you be married to a black woman? You be white, be married to a black woman, respect that black woman. Yet when she's not there, use that term in front of another black dude. Like dead nigger storage. Like where the fuck did that come from? If I ever meet Quentin Tarantino and get to conversation with him, I'm going to ask that. I'm like, you totally killed that character with that one line. You totally killed everything that character was about. You built this character up and you set the stage and you developed this character and then you destroyed it with that because it didn't make any fucking sense. Now, had that character been married to a white woman, it would have been acceptable. You just would have been like, oh, this motherfucker's a racist. And that would have been the end of it. But because he's married to a black woman, and at least he's respecting her and keeping the house clean and doing things, you know, and he fears this woman, why the fuck is he going to use this term? It was out of character. It didn't make any fucking sense.
I will refute that with just this. I
Yeah.
think it adds complexity to the character.
Uh-huh.
And then two, that character, you're right. I don't think he's a racist, especially if he fears his black wife to death as he does. But if you're going to bring a dead body to my home to clean up,
Right.
and you killed him, it must be a nigger in the car. In that context of what he's thinking. Doesn't mean he's, and I can understand how you say it's racist.
You
but when
could
said
say that.
it was a
Wait,
good
let
line.
me make people understand something, and this is even going to confuse people more, and some of the people in the group may not agree with me. But this goes back to what Chris Rock said about how he loves black people and he hates niggas. So, while at the same time we may use it as a term of endearment, we may say, oh, this is just some dumbass niggas doing this shit. Black people referring to black people as niggas in a negative way. We do that because they're out there, okay? Everybody's got bad apples. It's just like I may refer to bad white people, and I'm not talking racist white people, I'm just talking bad white people as white trash. Can't call them niggas, so I call them white trash. So you got white trash out there, you got niggas out there, and when I say that in a certain way, I'm saying it being negative, okay? You know, and you know what people I'm talking about. We've all seen them, we've all dealt with them. Some of us may have them in our family, okay? So what I Am Legend's trying to say is, yeah, maybe the dude they shot in the car, maybe he was just a nigga. You know, he was one of those dudes, right?
No,
like,
but I'm saying it from his point of view.
From his point of view.
If you come to bring, I'm saying that white character,
Yeah.
who I will go with you saying is because of the reasons isn't racist, but if you have the nerve to bring a dead fucking body, now if it would have been a white guy, he might have had a derogatory white term.
Right, yeah.
If it would have been an Italian guy, this what do you think? This
He may have called him a wop. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
You're making
Just
a
in
lot
that
of.
scene.
You know what? We haven't agreed a lot in the past, but right now I totally agree with you. Welcome to the Warzone. We're doing. We're going over Quentin Tarantino characters in films and the usage of the word nigger. No. So anyway, wait. Shit Dick says white people use it all the time. Have you ever listened to Patrice O'Neal's comedy? No, I haven't. The explanation I heard is he's going after Black Lives Matter and Nazis. Perhaps he doesn't consider his wife to be a nigger. Well, yeah. Well, that's basically what I Am Legend said in a nutshell. Like he does the black men he kills. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
He's saying that to a murderer. A
Yeah.
man he knows is a hitman.
Yeah.
That he knows through history. So, I hate trying to say the context, but the in-depthness of the character or why you might say that, I can see that
Right.
in that scene, why he said that.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. And getting back to Hayabusa, I got to keep going through the movies. Jackie Brown. But in Jackie Brown, it was a black man using the term. Can't really hate on that. You can't be a white person that writes black characters. I mean, there's a whole scope of different black people you can write, just like there's a whole scope of different white people you can write. But there are some black characters black people that just use that fucking term. So when you're writing Sam Jackson's character and Sam Jackson uses it, okay, so that's that. Kill Bill didn't have it. So there's one, Kill Bill, 1 and 2. And Glorious Bastards was about racist, right? So I could see him using that. The Hateful Eight, they were racist in that movie. What was the other one with the car? Grindhouse? Death Proof? It wasn't, I don't think he used it in Death Proof. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah, it was nothing but white people because it was Kurt Russell and them white girls.
There was a Latino girl in there. She was hot. She
Okay,
may have been mixed, yeah. Django, obviously Django was going to be used like crazy because that was during the slavery age. So it would make sense. How do you make a slave movie with a bunch of white slave owners and that term just not come? I mean, you actually could do it, but even in your Academy Award winning film like 12 Years a Slave, that term was used. So
that's what makes me mad about Roots is they never. I know it was on TV, but I don't never remember as a kid hearing them say nigga in that movie or saying nigger.
In Roots?
Yeah, did they?
I don't remember. I'm sure they did, but I watched it you must be around my age because I watched Roots when I was a kid.
Nah, I'm 35. I'm a little bit younger than you, buddy.
Okay. From Dusk Till Dawn. Yeah, I think there was a scene in there. I think there was a scene in there where they used it. And I can tell you that I, in defense of Quentin Tarantino, with the exception of Pulp Fiction, I think he uses it to define characters. I really do. Majority of characters in his movies are criminals. He's had a lot of racists in his movies, and he's had a lot of black dudes that you might know that use that term. You know? So, ironically, Marcellus Wallace didn't use it. Did he? No, he did use it. Marcellus Wallace said, I need a nigga waiting in a rice bowl. But when Marcellus Wallace used it, you were like, yeah, if I knew Marcellus Wallace in real life, that is something he would say. You know, that was one of the most classic lines in movie history to me because I'm a visual thinker. So I picture a little black dude in a rice bowl waiting to kill somebody, and I just start laughing. I don't think Sam Jackson's character used it in that movie, but that wasn't the type of character that he was. You see? So I don't know. It's interesting.
Tor.
Yes.
So when you went and seen Django, when I went and seen Django, you know, I knew what type of movie it was. I know it's Quentin Tarantino movie. And, you know, I already seen Spike. I know Spike was mad because, you know, he said this nigga said this
fuck
movie like
Spike Lee.
time. Yeah. But, I went in the studio. It wasn't a lot of people there.
Right.
So I looked around, and I was literally in there with nothing but white people.
Yes.
Right? So when I'm watching this movie, and Quentin Tarantino, regardless if you don't like it, he writes some of the best dialogue. That's
he
why
does.
has
He
Oscars
does.
for scripts.
Yes.
There were parts in this movie when people were saying nigger, especially when Samuel came on.
Right.
Where I was fucking dying. It was just, I was loving the movie, but it was just hilarious the way, you know, like when a boy said, you couldn't get one of my nigga girls?
Yeah.
Boy Miami Vice and all that shit. I just found this shit hilarious. But you know, in Rise of the Script, it's a great script. I just found it like hilarious. For me, it was hilarious. I don't know how other black people, but I know when I was in that theater, I don't think these white people seen I was there. They were taking it serious. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see any of these people just laughing, you know, for it, you know, and the way I was seeing it. So
and
I think these people appreciate and understand what's going on when they see some of these movies where they have, you know, racist stuff going on in them.
I've been to pretty much every recent slave movie, Django, 12 Years a Slave. And majority of people in the audience, especially 12 Years a Slave, because that was in an art house theater. They're uncomfortable with it. You know, if you're not a racist person and you see your people using that term on the big screen, and it might not be satire, it may be, you know, a real event that happened in history. When you see white folks whipping and beating black people, it makes I really feel that it makes white folks uncomfortable to watch that stuff. You know, I've sat in audiences full of white people watching these movies, and it's quiet. You know, it's quiet during a lot of those scenes, and I can totally understand that. I hate black racism more than I hate white racism because you know what? When you've been fighting against something all your life, don't turn into what you hate. You know, don't sit here and tell me you hate all white people and all this bullshit. You know, you got good people and you got bad people. Don't tell me you hate all cops. You got good cops and you got bad cops. You got good black people and you got bad black people. You know, so don't hate.
Then you got
don't hate blindly, you know. But I don't know. Yeah, I think Quentin Tarantino likes to make real characters, and I think maybe he grew up around these characters that he writes. I know if I was making movies and I made certain characters, they'd be the same as the people I grew up with, the same people I knew in the streets, the same as the people I hung down the park with. All of them use that word. You know, and if I'm going to create a character, oh, yeah, you know what? Let me create a character that's like Doc Wayne. He's always drinking beer, talking shit down at the basketball court. He'd be perfect for this movie. You know, some stuff's he's going to say some stuff. And that's just keeping it real. And the one reason why I can respect Quentin Tarantino is because if you think about white writers and directors in Hollywood who have to write black characters, you know, some of them do it really good. Nobody does it as good as Quentin Tarantino. If I'm going to have a white man write a role for a black person, I'm giving it to Quentin Tarantino. I ain't giving it to Steven Spielberg. You know, I'm not giving it to Peter Jackson. I'm going to give it to Quentin Tarantino because clearly he has some kind of understanding about our vernacular, how we talk. Just like the dudes who wrote the GTA, what's the third, GTA 3. It's mind-blowing to me. It's like, white dudes wrote this stuff. I don't know how much of it was just off the hook, you know. But they did a good job. I'm like, white folks wrote this stuff. Even in the latest GTA 5, some of the dialogue between the black characters, and I'm like, white dudes wrote this because this shit's hilarious and it's real, you know. So that blows my mind. Especially that first exchange between, I forget their names, in the beginning of GTA, when he walks away from him and he looks at him and he calls him a nigga. And every time I watch that scene, I bust out laughing. I can't help it. Yeah, Lamar, it's fucking hilarious. I'm like, who wrote this dude's lines? Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about this. The dude's still rich. He's still going to make $6 million. He's not going to be hurt by this, you know? If he's smart, he would have banked most of the money he's got over the past 3 years anyway. It's like, again, I don't have as much of an issue with him saying it as I do with his fans defending it because they don't want to unsub him or tell him he's been a bad boy. And that's really what it's all about. I'll say one more thing. People, there's this thing going around, nigga with an A and nigga with an ER. Let me set you straight on this right now, okay? When people say nigga with an A, it's not any different than nigga with an ER. Period. It's the same fucking word. You don't believe me? Find Richard Pryor's old albums and look at the titles. It wasn't nigga with an A, it was nigga with an ER. Okay? The reason why people say it with an A is because of where they're from. It's vernacular. People in Boston and New York talk different than people from Florida and LA and San Diego. People in People in California don't drop their R's. Okay?
What?
They don't drop their R's.
Last time you been to California?
Man, I spent 20 years in San Diego.
Dude, we on the West Coast, we say nigga. We call each other nigga.
Right. But that's because you've heard other people say it so much. But typically, people in the West Coast do not drop the R. People from New York and Boston, we drop the R all the time. We can't help it because that's what we grow up listening to. So Richard Pryor, he used ER. Sometimes he used A. It depends on who is he imitating, you know? But when he wrote it on his albums, Bicentennial Nigger, he spelled it with an ER. When he wrote on his album, That Nigga's Crazy, it was with an ER. So don't sit here and tell me that nigga with an A and nigga with an ER is different because it's not. It's the same fucking shit. You know? So I just want to tell him that. I wanted to clear that up because there's this whole debate. Well, if you say it with an A, it means something different. No.
It's a term of endearment, Tor.
Yes.
You didn't know that?
Yeah, exactly. And a couple other Couple other comments. Shit Dick says, Shit Dick, you got to come up with a better name, man. This is fucking hilarious. Shit Dick said, wouldn't him using the word so much be about the same time? So much be about the time period as well? Yes, definitely about the time period. It would sound stupid as fuck if they say the N-word instead of just omit. Yes, it would. I hate when people say the N-word. I would love for a news reporter just once to say, PewDiePie says nigger during a stream, and you know, N-word, the N-word. There's no other racist term like Guinea isn't the G word, Gook isn't the G word, wetback isn't the W word, cracker isn't the C word. In fact, the C word's reserved for something else. The N word. Why do they say the N? Oh, we don't want to say that on the air. In fact, when we write articles about it, we're going to put little asterisks after the N because we don't. What do you don't want people to see? We all know what the fuck it is. If I see N asterisk 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 asterisk, I know it's nigga. If I see the N word, I know it's nigga. So if I know it's nigga, then why aren't you saying nigga? I just don't fucking get it. So anyway, it would sound stupid. Yeah. So look at those dumbass sex scenes where the actress didn't want to show her tits, so she keeps her bra on during the sex scene. This is shit dick. It's childish as fuck. You know what it is? I'll tell you. They're scared of black people. Who is this? Who are you, shit dick? You're fucking hilarious. He's over on the YouTube channel, by the way. Let me get. Let's see here. GTA 5 mod. This is Mega Jack. GTA 5 mod for PC. Hurricane Irma. Crazy. Xbox X overheating issues. Whoa, serious? Where'd you go, Mega Jack? They're having overheating issues with the Xbox X, even with the liquid gaseous or whatever fucking cooling they have.
Boiling up, son.
Vapor cooling.
Yeah.
Checkerboard rendering.
That word is for African Americans. I don't believe any other race should use that word. This is Mega Jack. That word is for African Americans. You cannot use that word. It is for African Americans. It's not right for any other race to use that word in any fashion. Correct. They have no right. People were tortured, enslaved, and suffered and died. And Hybus says, I just can't go on calling another man shit dick. It's fucking hilarious. Not right for people to use that word for any circumstance. Cunt is the C word. Cunt. Yes, the C word was cunt.
It was cock.
And then Hybus said, I think they say N-word because they're uncomfortable saying it. So Mega Jack is saying some site on YouTube is exposing the Xbox One X. That's interesting.
But where would they even get to know this information? You know, Microsoft actually, you know, they got that whole place where they test all their own shit. So
yeah,
they make the Xboxes, you know, before they send them off for mass production.
Right. You know,
in their own home place. So I find that hard to believe that anybody would have a test one of these and it would be a hot burner at this point. Like, you know, like
well,
that. I mean, I'm not saying Mega Jack's wrong. Not trying to say that at all. I find that difficult that they would let one of these get out in the wild that's doing that without testing that motherfucker for at least a week or a month before they say, hey, take this home and test this yourself and tell us what happens.
Here's what I think is difficult. Microsoft's already been through the Xbox 360 Red Ring of Death fiasco. They do not want that to happen again. If they were having, I'm going to search in a minute, Mega Jack. If there was issues with the Xbox One X, with it overheating and doing Red Ring of Death shit, they would be done. Microsoft would be done. That would be the nail in the coffin for them.
Yeah, Satya would have to. He'd have to sell that, like because that's just money lost, man.
Yep.
Money lost to get.
They can't let that happen, and all they got to do is test it. You know, even if they have to skip the fucking date. Would I consider? No, fuck no. Let's see here. Xbox One X overheating, not Overwatch, overheating. So this comes from. On the what? The throwdown? What's wrong with your mic tonight, Rikuson? Is your input volume not up enough?
Am I breaking up?
There you go. Let's see here. This was posted. No, that's not it. Hopefully the Xbox X doesn't overheat. Water cooling of the Xbox One. Xbox One can tell when it's overheating. Xbox One overheating issues. How to fix? No. I can't. You gotta. If you got some. Good night, shit dick. Thanks for coming on. You're a cool dude too. You gotta find a link for me, Mega Jack. I can't find anything. It's all referring to overheating the original Xbox One. Rikuson says he's getting an Xbox. He's getting a 3DS. Dude, get fucking Fire Emblem. Get Animal Crossing. Get. Gotta have a Mario game to play.
I want to play all the Dragon Quest games.
Oh, get those. Yeah. Monster Hunter if you want.
The DS games.
There's a lot of.
Does it have a slot on it?
Does it have a slot? What?
You know how the Nintendo DS Lite had a slot for Game Boy Advance games?
Oh
Like
yeah. No, it doesn't.
A slot for DS games.
Wait, it's. Let me go back. So it's 3DS. No, it does because I have DS games. Yeah, it's the same slot.
Same slot?
Oh yeah, Project X Zone. Get that. They both
Yeah,
work,
true.
both games will work in the same slot.
I thought it had a different like slot on the.
No, because
I
I'm
don't have it. No.
I'm playing
Go
I'm playing what's the war game? Fuck, where's my 3DS? What's the war game? You know the war game, the turn-based war game that everybody loves on 3DS.
Bravely Default.
It's the same guys that did Fire Emblem. Advance Wars. I'm playing the DS version of Advance Wars on my 3DS. So yeah, they're compatible with each other.
I'm migrating.
It's Tor 2020. What's 2020? Jordan Duder. What's up, Sari's the Great and Sarafan Duma. I wonder where Ice is tonight. Do you think Ice didn't want to be here because he knew we were going to be talking about PewdiePie and didn't want to accidentally say it? I would have got him. Ice, did you hear what PewdiePie said? Because everybody's telling me he said something, but I don't know what he said. What did he say? Just to get him to try to say it. Patcher Pactor, if Xbox One X flops, will Microsoft leave the console game? No, because here's the thing. If Xbox One X only sells 500,000, but the Xbox One S sells 1 million, it's still Xboxes. So that I think Xbox would have to flop as a whole in order for Microsoft to leave the console business.
But let me ask you this: what would in your opinion, what would it classify the Xbox One X specifically being a failure? Because we'll never know numbers. No, never even tell us numbers except for Christmas. If it does 2 million, Xbox as a whole, they might say something like that. But what do you think would have to be considered a failure for the Xbox One X specifically?
That's kind of tough, man. That's like even if you ask that question about the PlayStation 4 Pro, it's hard because as long as if it was like 360 versus Xbox One X, it would be easy to say. But because you have the OG Xbox One S selling along with that, as long as those continue to sell, then they can still produce games for that console and the Xbox One S. As long as the baseline is healthy, then these Pro systems and Xbox One X systems are safe.
Mm-hmm.
They're safe because Sony's got PS4, Microsoft has Xbox One S. So as long as the PS4 and Xbox One S continue to sell, then the Pros and the hugs and kisses will be fine. I can't think of a situation where the Xbox One, even if people didn't buy it, what's going to end up happening is as prices go down in the next couple of years, the only thing you're going to be able to buy is an Xbox One S and a PlayStation 4 Pro. That's where they're headed.
Pactor makes that point in the video. He says, "Oh, it's gonna sell hella when it's 250, like no matter what." But the thing I think that I'm not saying it's gonna be a failure because I think it's gonna sell gangbusters because first month because all these guys who are Xbox fans actually want a new console. But I just feel the problem that they're against is we clearly know by 2020, Sony's gonna drop a new console.
Oh yeah, 20. I'm saying 2019.
Yeah. So how fast do they rush in?
I don't think. Let's see. You're saying 2020. It's 2017 right now. I don't think Microsoft will have a new console until 20. I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. PlayStation 2019. Microsoft 2020 or 21. If they're gonna do the biannual hardware upgrade, that's what's gonna happen. If they're actually gonna keep doing this, but in order for and I won't say this about PlayStation, but I'll say this about Microsoft. In order for Microsoft to continue doing those hardware upgrades, they have to continue selling. So the Xbox One platform has to get to where the 360 was, at least, for them to keep going. So Xbox One platform's got to sell 83 plus million consoles for them to keep going. If they can't reach that mark, then why are they going to continue to produce new hardware? Sony obviously is going to clear 100 plus million with the PS4 or more. Sony can keep making upgrades because they can afford it because of the business is healthy. Even though Xbox's business is healthy right now, if they want to continue doing their hardware upgrades, they have to continue selling. If there's a lull and people just say, fuck Xbox, I'm done, and they stop selling and their sales numbers actually go down, then I can't see Microsoft putting out new hardware. As a matter of fact, if Microsoft's like, well, this isn't working, we're not going to spend money on new hardware, we're done, and they get out of the hardware business, they will definitely stay in the software business and start producing games for PlayStation and Switch, if Switch can continue selling too. I definitely see Microsoft getting out of hardware and still producing software for PlayStation.
Because I think when we get to the next gen, just for both, I think we're going to be at a point with the console-wise, because PCs, both it looks like it's on a whole nother level for what rumors I'm hearing out of my boy on Red Gaming Tech. But I think we're going to be at a point where the console-wise, it's not going to matter what console you have, they're going to be on the same level. Right. Where they're going to have, this Ryzen chip in them. Eventually going to have that Ryzen chip in them. I'm hearing the Ryzen 5 2500U is real solid. But they're going to have the Ryzen chips in them. And I'm just saying hypothetically, what's the difference going to be between 9 teraflops GPU, speed compared to a 10.5 one? If hypothetically, if they're that high in the next gen, it's not going to be that much. There's not
going to be a difference.
Yeah, so it's going to really be about fanboyism if you're just loyal, or if you're just someone who says, like with TVs, I've heard people say, I just buy Samsung because I'm used to buying Samsung. I buy Sony because I'm used to buying Sony. If that's what it is, and you get that next shit, that is what it is, and everything does 4K, hypothetically, hopefully 4K 60, but 1080 60, it's going to be about, well, they got more exclusives and all the shit comes on there. I'm going to keep fucking with these dudes. And, somebody might have to deal with just always being second because of preference.
Yeah, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with being second. Look at Apple. Speaking of Apple announced 3 new phones this week. iPhone 8, iPhone 8 Plus, and the iPhone X. Here is the problem with what Apple has done. Okay? The iPhone 8 is for the person on a budget. Okay? The iPhone 8 Plus by itself would have been for the person who's got money. But they got the iPhone X. The iPhone X has a bigger screen size than the iPhone 8. So if you got somebody that is specifically like, okay, I can afford it, I want to get the biggest phone, I want to get the phone without the home button, I want the latest and greatest iPhone, I get it every year, they're not going to get the Plus, they're going to get the X. So who the fuck is going to buy the Plus? Like, if you're an Apple head and you got money, why would you buy the Plus? The only people I see buying the Plus are people who want a bigger phone and they still like the home button. There's going to be home button fanboys out there. But the majority of people are going to be like, oh my God, the iPhone X is like the new generation iPhone. The 8's the same as the 7. It's just more powerful, but it's just the same shit they've been doing the X is like the new shit. That's the next generation of the iPhone. And I'm an Apple head and I can afford it. They're going to get the X. They're not going to stop and get I'll get the smaller screen. I'm going to get the 8 Plus. No, they're going to get the X. So I don't even know why they made the 8 Plus. I just don't get it. I'm having trouble understanding why they did that. They're just going to lose money on the 8 Plus. And here's the other fucking thing that's just fucking ridiculous. We all talk about this, how Apple has created these new features never before seen, such as wireless charging. Hold on. Facial detection. Wait. Dual cameras. Ooh. Stuff we've never seen before, right?
They talk to us like 4K was something we never seen before.
Yeah.
HDR.
Yeah. And wait, let me cap it off. Let me put the cherry on top. 256 gigabyte memory, all for $1,149. How the fuck can you be human and be looking at this iPhone X for $1,149? So let's just say $1,000. Let's just say the $1,000 model, and have a Galaxy Note 8 for like $499 and pick the Apple because you're a fucking Apple head. I made a big mistake because you guys know I left Samsung because of their exploding phones. I'm a Google guy now. I held the Galaxy Note 8 this week. And I took that pen out and I started writing with it. I fell in love again with Samsung. I was like, take this thing away from me. I had to take it away. I don't want anything to do with it. I can't touch it. I can't. Because that Note 8 is a fucking badass, beautiful fucking phone. Does everything the X does better. And you don't have to pay extra money for more memory. Not $1,000 fucking dollars. Let's see. What do? Do I get an Xbox One X and a PlayStation Pro? Or do I get a fucking Apple X, an iPhone X? Do I book a round trip to Bahamas or do I get a Apple X? You know, it's $1,000 fucking dollars.
The last one was $1,000.
No, it wasn't. It was like $799.
iPhone 7, the best version, 256 gig. No,
It was $1,000.
100 something.
You know, Steve Jobs has to be rolling in his grave with all this bullshit that's going on. He has to be. Apple is behind. Apple used to be ahead of the curve. Everything they created was innovative. They were doing shit before everybody else. Now Samsung and Google got them beat. And fucking HTC. All these motherfucking phone companies got them beat. Microsoft's making better computers than Apple now. Think about that. Microsoft. Steve Jobs, he's sitting in his grave. He's like, oh my God. Did you see the Surface? Oh my God.
Those niggas fucking up my iPhone.
But is the Surface selling?
Yes, it is.
I mean, no, selling more than the.
More than that? No, not yet. No, not
which
yet.
Which are technically piece of shits, like you're saying.
Not yet. They offer. But I don't know. Let's see what we got here. Stevie G says they're like, you can animate emojis with your face. Snapchat. Last year they were, now your pictures can move. You mean animated GIFs. I order Surfaces for my workplace, Mega Jack. I get the Surface, the latest Surface Pros. I haven't had any problems with them. The one I did have an issue with, Microsoft, like Apple, if you walk into the store, they'll just swap it out as long as it's under the warranty. No questions asked. I did ask them if they can give me an Xbox for all my troubles. They didn't want to do it. Okay, so we got Poopy Pie out of the way. We got Apple out of the way. What else happened to video games this week?
We found out that there was an exclusive game that
that Obsidian game?
On. Yeah.
Yeah. So here's the thing that I thought was odd about that is Microsoft came up with the idea for the fucking game. I didn't know they did this. So in this particular case, if you read the story, Microsoft said, here, we want this MMORPG for Xbox. We want to do this, and this. And they gave all the specs to Obsidian. Obsidian started making the game, and they didn't deliver on all the stuff that Microsoft wanted in the game. So Microsoft canceled it. And I'm like, okay, if this is going to be an exclusive game, I'm assuming Microsoft was going to own the IP. Why not just tell them to do what the fuck you want to do? Now, I know they started it on the 360, so maybe they didn't have the capabilities to do what Microsoft wanted to. But shit, you know they could do it now on the fucking Xbox One. It's kind of odd. You know? Reading some YouTube chat. Sorry's the Great says, this is the world we live in. When people slander black people, there's hardly ever no real repercussions. And he says, speaking of smartphones, what do you think of China's Xiaomi Mi Mix? Yeah, I think the Xiaomi is a pretty beautiful phone. I remember going to CES, looking at phones before. Like, you couldn't buy a Huawei phone in the U.S., but I always saw them at the CES, and I thought they were fucking dope. But they did rip off a lot of Samsung ideas, and, you know, they take stuff from other people. But those Huawei phones and the Xiaomi Mi Mix phones are fucking dope. They're really beautiful phones. I did not see the Nintendo Direct, but I do know that Doom, like Mega Jack says, is coming out for the Switch. And there was something else that's coming out that was pretty funny. What the fuck else was coming out for the Switch that everybody was flabbergasted of?
Oh, Mario has nipples.
Wolfenstein. Yeah, you know what? If you're going to make a next generation Mario game and he's going to be running around without a shirt, you got to put some nipples on it. It would have been funny if they put a bulge in his pants. Woohoo! The Switch won NPD for August. And GTA 5 is still in the top 10. Unfucking real. And you know what's funny about GTA 5 still being in the top 10? Everybody that buys a new console gets GTA 5. Even if they already own GTA 5 for the old last gen, if you get a new console, a PS4 and Xbox One, you're going to buy a GTA 5 again. It's going to continue to sell. I think we talked about LA Noire last week, didn't we? Or did we not? Yeah, we did. Briefly. I think it's lovely that GTA 5 keeps selling. It's a beautiful thing. It's kind of like how Call of Duty was way back when. If you got a console, you had to have Call of Duty.
That's a nigga.
What are you actually bringing to the show tonight, Rikuson? Oh, so Rikuson, you said you were going to come on the show and debate with me about something a few weeks ago. Whatever happened?
I can't remember what the fuck I was trying to do.
Because you were fucking trolling me. That's why.
Yeah, I was trolling you.
You were. I'm like, what the
if
fuck?
I can remember.
I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? I'll find it. You know I can find it.
The hell the fuck was it? Yeah.
It was something stupid, and I couldn't believe. Let's see.
That really needed to be discussed.
Yeah, I'm like, what? Is he for real? Rikuson 1. Here we go. Doom 2016 is for Switch. It's just the main campaign, no Snap Matter multiplayer. I didn't actually, I'll be honest with you guys, it is even though it's my duty to report on video games once a week, I've been ignoring all the Switch stuff. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm consciously doing it. I'm just like, I used to get really excited when I saw Nintendo Direct, but I saw it this week and just completely ignored it. But it could also be because I'm changing the network infrastructure at my job and I've been really busy. And I just haven't been really digging in and watching the directs and reading the news and getting all the details because I've been really busy at work. If I'm doing anything while I'm at work that's internet related, it's watching fishing videos. Okay, so let's see here. If it makes you feel better, I thought Tony was a skinny black dude from New York.
I think it's further back than that. I just passed that.
Okay. I thought Tor was a fat white man, like Review Tech USA. LOL. Bastard. I'm going to find it. Because I knew it was some bullshit. I'm like, I know he's fucking trolling me.
definitely something I was gonna come on here and hear your ass and part about.
Okay, yes, I'll see you there Friday, Tor. Here it is. Oh, so Rikuson said, if you buy and I agreed with him for the most part. He says, if you buy a PlayStation 4, but you buy a third-party accessory, you're not supporting Sony. You remember now?
Yes.
And then I agreed with you, but I said, you don't have to buy a Sony TV if you buy a PlayStation.
Agree with you with that. But what I was saying was, I was talking to some guy, and he was mentioning the fact that it was the whole thing about Gundam versus not being able Bandai Namco blocking the share button.
Oh yeah, yes, and you have to get Elgato if you want to be able to record and share it.
And my stance on it was the fact that in the grand scheme of things, it's not only hurting themselves because, you know, word of mouth, free advertisement and all that stuff.
Right.
But they're hurting, I was saying they're hurting Sony because, you know, they're, you know, device to do something that the button on my controller should have done.
Right. Right. Sony should be mandating its developers to allow recording of gameplay in a beta. There's this whole thing where if there's a beta out, there's going to be something wrong with some of the graphics somewhere, and the publisher doesn't want that getting out to the press. Yet millions of people are playing the beta. It just makes no sense to me. If millions of people are playing your beta and there's a graphic glitch somewhere that you don't want the world to see, the world is fucking seeing it. So why not let people record it and put it on fucking YouTube? I really wanted to stream my fucking Gundam versus gameplay. I was so fucking pissed when I couldn't do that.
I'm actually on Twitter, Amazon right now looking for the good deal on Elgato. What's it called? 60S or something like that?
Yeah, I'm not even. Well, see, I don't need it now because when the game comes out, you'll be able to stream it. Now, if they block the final game, the release from being streamed,
the final game is blocked. It's been blocked for the Japanese version since June of this year.
Are you fucking serious?
It's with every Gundam game that has hit PlayStation. It's something.
Why? It's fucking robots blowing each other up. It makes no sense.
As far as I know, it has something to do. You know, Gundam is an anime and it has anime openings and whatnot. And you know, anime openings in Japan, they get popular Japanese singers to do their openings, and those are licensed. And when it comes to Gundam Versus, depending on which Gundam you're using, that'll decide which Gundam anime opening it plays during that battle. So because they're playing that anime opening, which is by a Japanese singer in Japan, they had to, copyright licensing reasons, they had to block.
And so, well, instead of blocking it, why not just license the fucking music? Wouldn't that be easier?
That would be easier, but apparently they're just, I guess that's just too much work for them. Licensing costs and all this other shit. But
so I'm not going to be able to stream myself beating your ass in Gundam Versus unless I get an Elgato.
You ain't gonna beat my ass. Second of all, I'm getting a motherfucking Elgato, because I already told myself, if there's one game that I'm going to record and stream this fucking generation, is this fucking game. Well, I'm talking to Tony about some Elgatos. I'm getting that shit. I don't know about you.
He just got the 60.
I was talking to him on Twitter about it.
Yeah.
But going back to my point, person I was talking to, he disagreed with me and was saying that, oh, well, you're not necessarily hurting Sony. He was trying to defend Elgato because he had one and whatnot.
Right.
And I was like, and that's when I came in and said, any device using on your PlayStation that your PlayStation connects to, that Sony has an alternative for, and you decide to use a device that is not made by Sony, is considered the competitor. and that's when I started to list controllers, headsets, and I
Right.
said TVs also, and that's when you hopped in. and
Yeah,
said
I didn't
TVs
agree
hopped
with the TVs part. I didn't agree with the TVs because A, it's not the
Okay,
PlayStation
well,
division, and B, you need the
said
TV.
competitors with Sony. I
What?
said and that's where the divide happens. I
Yeah.
said competitors with Sony. If I'm sitting there at PlayStation, and I'm like, I just bought a PlayStation. And they're like, yeah, cool. You want to get a controller? Yeah, sure. Let me get this Mad Catz. You think Sony's gonna be like? You should get a DualShock 4.
Right.
I mean, nah, I'm gonna get a
What
Mad
about
Catz.
the SCUF controller, the official PlayStation SCUF controller? You got a problem? Is that a problem with getting that?
If it's official, no.
Yeah, if it's an official PlayStation SCUF controller, Sony still makes some money off of that. So
Okay.
I'm just, like I said, I'm not against all of that stuff. I was just trying to get my point across that obviously these guys are competitors with Sony because they're not Sony. I'm
And-
not saying go with Sony. I was just
Well,
pointing out
yeah.
the fact that they are competitors. That's all I was saying. If
I
you want to
just-
go ahead and do it. I even said, yeah, they're superior. Yeah, obviously, I don't think the Sony Bravios or any Sony TV is the best TV or the fucking DualShock. Dude, I just bought it. Do you know what the All controller is? Have you heard about it?
What's it called? The
It's
All
a
controller?
Kickstarter. Yeah, it's a Kickstarter for a controller the Kickstarter just ended today.
Right.
It's this controller that can hook up to your Xbox One, your PS4, your PS3, your Xbox 360, your PC. 40 hours of battery life.
Mhm.
This fucking badass controller that's about to come out next year, man. The Kickstarter just ended today.
Kalel says link, motherfucker.
But Google and type in All controller, dude. ALL. The controller that's
No,
supposed to connect.
you do it for me, motherfucker.
Yeah.
All
right,
controller. I got it. It's here. Hold on.
No, that's what I'm
Here
saying.
I come to save the day. What's that from? Quick, Stevie G. Somebody, where's that from? Come on, quick.
Underdog.
Nope, Mighty Mouse. Kalel got it.
The Mighty Mouse. No, I just pledged for that controller. I'll tell you how it is when that. The point is,
How much was
that's
it?
their party. Well, I pledged like what? Pledged 120 for it.
Oh,
I
nice.
believe when you watch the video and you see all of the shit that thing can do, like it has little extra buttons on the back.
Oh, it works with
fucking-
the Switch too?
Yeah, control configurations built into the controller. It even had something. What? I don't think I'm gonna use this. I don't play fighters, but it even had something where you can. You remember back in the day, you had controllers that can map out a whole fucking combo, and you just set it to one button.
Oh yeah.
You press that. It even has that all built inside there and all that shit.
That's
that
dope.
controller with this shit. So I was like, I don't give a fuck if this shit ain't Sony. They sold me at 40 hours of battery life.
Yeah, that right there.
DualShock 4s. If there's anything I hate about these DualShock 4s, man, is this fucking tiny ass battery life, man.
Yeah, that kind of
I'm
sucks.
not out here. Yeah, I'm not out here saying, "Oh, stick to Sony everything." I was just trying to get my
Right.
point across that these guys are competitors. You don't think that any company that connects their devices to the PlayStation, when Sony has something to connect to that as an alternative, and you don't think it's a competitor, like I said, I'm still saying it with the TV too, because the fucking PlayStation needs a TV to fucking work. Also,
Yeah. I see what you're
PlayStation-
saying.
I'm sure PlayStation would rather you play on a Sony Bravia or a Sony created TV than a fucking Samsung or anything. I got a Samsung right now, so I'm not doing it right.
Yeah, you need to do it right, man. Give me your fucking TV and go get a Bravia.
All I'm saying, man. I'm the dude over here getting ready to get a motherfucking
LG, shit.
Nintendo DS. DS, man.
Oh, you getting one of those cool new
3DS.
ones?
The 3DS.
I'm pissed, man, because I thought I was cool when I got my black and red 3DS XL. Now they got all these cool ones coming out. I'm just like, fuck. I gotta power it on. I gotta power it on at least once a year.
Into the 3DS.
All right, what else? What else is going on?
You see them pictures I just posted about your boy Greenberg, man?
Yeah, making tacos.
Why is he embarrassing himself like that, man? Why is he doing this shit?
Well, I mean, if Taco Bell allowed me to make tacos, I'd do it. Except I'd make them better than they do it.
He's in the onesie.
Oh, that's the
Making
Xbox.
tacos.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. I want one of those.
But
I
I'm more than
won't-
positive you ain't going to the Taco Bell wearing it.
No, I ain't going to go to Taco Bell. I'm going to put that on during the winter and chill in my house, in my home. What's this, Ghost Recon? Ghost War PvP gameplay. What's this? What's this? Up. Hold on, people. Hold on. I didn't know about this. I didn't know there was some Ghost Recon news. Hold up. Let me get that on the screen.
Nah, I think there's some bigger news than that, though.
I'll get to that in a minute. Just
you ain't
remind
seen
me. I haven't seen it yet. Let's watch this.
There's one behind us.
Where?
After taking the fight to Santa Blanca, Unidad, and anyone else who wanted to tango, Ghost Recon Wildlands players are getting the chance to face off against that most challenging of enemies.
Yeah.
Other people.
Nice.
Nice. Nice. Good job.
This is
What
now
the open
now
beta
the
for
game's
the
gonna be
Ghost War
changed.
PvP mode is coming soon. So, here's a look at what you'll be getting yourselves into. Each match in the open beta is a 4v4 deathmatch with no respawning, fought in a best-of-3 format.
Nice.
The open beta will include 5 of the 8 total maps, and you'll have access to 6 of the 12 specialized classes. In the assault category, you've got the tank, a burly soldier with thick armor, extra health, and a light machine gun. LMGs are powerful in Ghost War because of the new suppression mechanic. When you're suppressed, I mean, look at this. There's no way you're going to be an effective soldier until you get out of this mess. As you can see, suppression is great for tamping down snipers and keeping enemies in check while your team advances to a better position or revives a downed
loving
ally.
this.
Revivals are key in Ghost War. Don't let your buddies languish if you can help it, but be careful because there might be an enemy lying in wait.
I can hear him. Oh, down.
Keeping an eye on your enemy's movements is crucial, and support classes let you do just that with surveillance drones. The Scout class can tag enemies, while the Artillery class can call in a mortar strike.
Oh, hey.
So you're going to want to try to shoot down enemy drones, but they aren't the only way you can be marked. Spotting an enemy through your binoculars or down your gun sights will mark them. And if you manage to capture the recon tower that goes live in the middle of the match, it'll reveal the whole enemy team and give your 2 marksman classes someone to target. The Enforcer class packs a big LMG for more suppressive muscle, and the Sniper class, well, snipes. Good sniper cover can severely limit your enemy's movements and whittle down their head count. But keep in mind that firing a gun will light up a noise marker for your enemies to spot. The bigger the gun, the bigger the marker. These 6 classes can be further customized with perks that can, for example, automatically mark enemies who mark you, or increase your sprinting speed. Ghost War sets the stage for some truly tense fights, in which the team with the better tactics has a significant advantage.
Nice.
You can try out your own tactics in the open beta for Ghost War, coming soon to a console or PC near you. The full version of Ghost War will be a free update in the future for all Ghost Recon Wildlands players, and to keep up with the latest news from the Wildlands, subscribe to this YouTube channel and visit us at the Ubiblog.
All right. What was that other news you were talking about?
You see, Fortnite has officially.
Oh, Fortnite has
pub.
what's it called? What's the mode called? It's called Battle Royale mode on it. Here's the funny thing. I just started getting into Fortnite. It's going to be one of the games I stream, doing the tutorial and then going through and do my first shit. They've really stepped it up. I mean, it's almost like they turned it into something else with this Battle Royale mode. It's crazy. What they're doing is they're following a trend. They're seeing that, okay, Pub is doing all this great stuff. Let's just add that to our game and give it value. And they did it. And then everybody's loving it. So Fortnite is now like off the charts. People are talking about it like crazy. People are talking about Fortnite more now than they ever have. Because of that Battle Royale mode. It's fucking crazy.
I know that them dudes really don't have the money to do both console versions, because I remember we talked about this.
Yeah.
I was just like, whoever gets the money first is, with their small studios, who they're gonna put on the console.
Right.
But this game has done 10 million on PC. It clearly has a chance. I'm not saying all console dudes just follow everything PC does, but games that sell good usually do good on console. They are risking missing on a chance to sell 10 million more on the consoles if they don't hurry up and get this out here. So if you got Fortnite doing it, what's taking EA to go front a quick 20 million to DICE and say, get us a version of this, just dumb down the Frostbite engine a little bit,
Right.
get me 100 million on this and get this on the consoles and
Right.
PC.
Right.
Like that, they could just be, I'm saying, and they could easily make it as intense, because everybody tells me Fortnite version, is a little more funner, not as intense
Right.
as watching one play Pug. But I mean, you gotta strike where the iron is hot, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta try your best to.
Definitely. Whoa, what's this? Wait, Phantasy Star Online 2? It's coming out for the Switch? Is that what?
That's the one that is that the version that came out for
On PC? Don't do this. Don't do this, Nintendo. Don't you do this. Let's watch the video.
広大な宇宙を舞台に惑星調査隊アークスの一員となって
Here we go.
広大な宇宙を舞台に惑星調査隊アークスの一員となってさまざまな世界で冒険を繰り広げるオンライン RPG ファンタシースターオンライン2が任天堂スイッチに登場。任天堂スイッチ版はクラウドゲームでのサービスとなり、大容量のゲームデータをダウンロードすることなく、安定したネットワーク環境と任天堂スイッチ本体があればどこでも手軽にプレイすることが可能。もちろん任天堂スイッチ版も基本プレイ無料で遊べる。集え英雄伝説の PSO2 へ。ファンタシースターオンライン2クラウドは2018年サービス開始予定。
Well, they never brought the fucking original PC version to the US, but here's their chance. Here's their chance to fix everything and give us an opportunity to play it.
Has been doing some good stuff lately. Hopefully, they stay on the right path.
Yeah, we'll see. We will see.
To see Star Online, that's one franchise they've been massively stingy with. Decade.
Yeah, and it's a damn shame because it's a great franchise.
That was basically Sega's Final Fantasy back in the day, right?
Yep. It was the shit. Everybody loved it. I don't know, man. Oh boy, I don't know. I'm starting to see a switch in my future. It's getting heavy. It's getting heavy, people.
To be honest, I don't see one thing on the Switch that. Actually, I do see one thing. Well, actually, I see two. I see Octopath and Gunvolt.
Mm-hmm.
Love me some Mega Man X and Octopath. I think after hopping into these Final Fantasies, Octopath looks interesting to me.
Right.
I don't see anything right now.
Crazy.
I mean,
right.
You see how long it took me to get interest into the 3DS world.
Yeah, you've made a mistake. You should have been there ages ago.
Man, why is it... Go ahead. I don't want to.
Oh, I was just saying the only reason it took me so long to get into the 3DS stuff because remember I said previously nothing on there interests me.
Right.
But now that I'm playing a lot more turn-based RPG games, they have all of the Dragon Quest games, and they have games like Radiant Historia, Fire Emblem, and
yeah.
It's mostly on PlayStation, I think. The point is, they got the turn-based RPG games. That's what I'm here for. I'm literally on Amazon buying all the Dragon Quest games right now.
When are you getting your Xbox One?
Okay, here's my rule. Here's my rule to get another fucking gaming device or console. I need at least 4 games that interest me to win me over. Right now for the Xbox One, Not talking about the backwards compatibility of the 360 library.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the Xbox One, I don't see anything.
Really?
Game. You can start naming stuff. I'll say yeah or no.
Dude, are you kidding me? Fucking
The
Sea of
entire
Thieves.
Xbox-
That's you all the way.
Hell the fuck no. What the fuck?
You never wanted to captain a pirate ship and find treasure?
On a first-person view, I don't play first. I'm playing Destiny 2 right now, Torrent, and I am dying of boredom.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I bought Legend of Dragoon on the PlayStation Store. I got it on my Vita. That's one of the turn-based RPG games that I'm going back and gonna fuck in the ass. Yeah, I'm
All right.
I'm ready for Legend of Dragoon.
Yeah, I'm trying to really, and y'all are gonna laugh. I'm really trying to get into my backlog. That's this. I'll tell you what. This whole Sunday stream thing or Saturday stream thing, it's working out
Sunday
well.
It's gonna be me versus you and Gundam versus.
Yep, I'm gonna be there, dude. Let me tell you something, okay? Well, you just totally derailed me, but before I get into that, I like the fact that I'm doing the stream because it's forcing me to get through games and finish them. That's what I like about it. Because like I come home some nights, it's like, oh, I wanna play some. That's why I started playing Sega Bass Fishing. Because I'm like, I need to get back into Sega Bass Fishing to do some of the tournaments. That's why I did that. It's like I want to start getting into stuff. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of Virtual On, Armored Core. So obviously the next progression was going to be Gundam, and the game's just fucking. If you guys missed the Gundam beta, you missed an incredible game. It's going to be dope.
What do you use?
I don't know, dude. I don't watch Gundam. So the first question everybody's asking me about the game is which Gundam did I use? I don't fucking know. He was kind of blue and gray.
Fucking December Sky, nigga. Both of them was in that beta.
I just went through. I saw one I liked, and I hit the X button, and I played them all night. And I don't know.
Skies of Arcadia so fucking bad. I missed it on Dreamcast. That was a broke motherfucker.
Shit. I don't know if you guys watched my stream this week, but we got Samurai Riot, which is a old school type 2D brawler. And it kind of plays like Final Fight. It's pretty cool. It's out for Steam. Check out the stream on the Warzone channel, and I'll probably have the review posted Saturday night or Monday.
Samurai Showdown just come out for PS4.
Samurai Show. So you guys know that ACA has licensed all the SNK games, and they've been releasing all the games on Xbox, PlayStation, and I think they are releasing some on Switch. It's called the Arcade. It's called ACA Neo Geo now. And ACA Neo Geo stands for, I think it's Arcade Archive. So what they've done, even though this has rarely been done before, but not for these consoles, so they're bringing out all these old Neo Geo games and releasing them on Switch, on PS4, and on Xbox One. So they got like Zed Blade for Switch. They got Fatal Fury 3 for PS4 and Xbox One. They got Blues Journey for all three consoles. They got Spin Master for all three. Puzzled all three. Magician Lord is out for all three. King of Fighters 96 and 2000 and Zed Blade are available for all three. Arrow Fighters 2, Super Sidekicks. PS4 got King of Monsters. Xbox One got Zed Blade. They released Samurai Showdown, Fatal Fury Special. I mean, just so much shit is being re-released for the new console. So if you like those old games and you want to be able to stream them and all that stuff, then support the Arcade Archive, ACA Neo Geo movement. So yeah.
Have you played a Dragon Quest game before?
Have I ever played a Dragon Quest game? No. My friend gave me a Dragon Quest game, and I started to play it, and I fucking hated it, so I never went back.
Which one was that?
It was for the PS2, I think.
Was it Dragon Quest 8? Because you about to get your throat.
I don't know. It was 3D. I fucking hated it. Spell that, Tor.
Well,
Dragon, Dragon Quest, Quest. Dragon Quest. Oh, you mean ACA? ACA. Arcade Archive.
Get into Dragon Quest because I think they bring in the first 3 to PS4 and 4 through 9 are all on the DS and 3DS.
Yeah.
And then 10 is an online game, so I'm gonna skip that. And then everyone's always talking about 11 just came out for PS4, so I'll play that.
Oh, I'd also like to note that it was announced or leaked today that Dragon's Crown's coming off of PS4.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that. And I have the fucking Vita version just sitting here in my backlog.
I sold my Vita version and got and I still have the PS3 version. So, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I really wish PlayStation had just regular backwards compatibility.
Yeah, we know why they don't. Because they're fucking grumpy assholes and they want to suck you dry with either PlayStation Now or remasters.
Yeah, I really wish they did.
What I'm interested in is what they are going to decide to do when it comes to backwards compatibility for the PlayStation 5. Now, as far as PlayStation 3 games, they're probably still going to remaster them and bring them over. But as far as PS4 backwards compatibility to PS5, I really don't see them not doing just regular ass backwards compatibility.
They will, because the PS5 is going to be based off of the new hardware. If Sony's smart, they'll do what Microsoft's doing, and everything will be backwards compatible with everything.
I know it's the same architecture, Jackal, and that's what I'm saying. But this is Sony we're talking about. We don't know what financial position they're going to be by the time the PlayStation 5 comes out, and they might be at their high horse again, and just for the fuck of it say, no, we're not going to put it in. Everything's on PlayStation Now, and just try to fucking promote PlayStation Now even further.
Well, they spent $350 million for that fucking service.
Exactly.
So they got to get their money back.
I hope they don't do that. I hope it's just regular ass backwards compatibility. I hope they see what Microsoft is doing right now and how much people love the fact that they can play all their 360 games on their Xbox One.
And pretty soon they're
Hopefully.
OG Xbox games.
Exactly. I hope they the PlayStation 5 on it, and at least give the PlayStation 5 backwards compatibility for PS4 and PS1 games.
At least.
I think they have to, man. It'd be a complete debacle if they didn't have PS4 compatible with PS5. And like you're saying, I don't think anybody's. Right now, you can catch cats like me forgiving them and finding the reason possibly why, besides wanting money with this PlayStation Now shit, and trying to say they have to be able to emulate the the cell processor by now. They just have to. They have the whole ICE team. They should be able to understand that shit. But it'd be fucked up if they didn't have that backwards compatible on the PS5.
Like for PS4 is fucking ridiculous. And I know by the time PS5 comes out, it's not gonna be done. And I want to play all these motherfuckers on the PS5. So use that excuse. We don't know what the hell the PlayStation 5 is gonna launch with. So if they need to do what the hell Microsoft did this generation, it's backwards compatible, so you can still play. Because game developers are still gonna be making PS4 games.
Oh yeah.
So it only helps them if they have backwards compatibility in there. That
helps everybody.
Still be buying PS4 games. Yeah, people will still be buying PS4 games and playing it on their PS5. That didn't happen with the PS3 because when games like Dark Souls 2 came out,
they got the remaster.
Yeah, they got the remaster like fucking a year and a half later. But I'm talking about the sales for the PS3 version of Dark Souls 2. They didn't get my money on that. Why? Because I was too busy playing PS4 games and it wasn't backwards compatible. So if the same shit happens, if PS5 isn't backwards compatible and PS4 games are still coming out, they're hurting themselves in the software standpoint. Because I could have bought that game and played it on my PS5. That's a software sale at the end of the day for you, and you decided to just do this PS Now shit.
And here's the next thing that's going to be great about the next generation of consoles: there won't be any remasters. There's no reason to remaster a PS4 or Xbox One game. None. So that'll be over.
They still might
find a way. They'll find a way. You know they will, Thor.
They'll give us Skyrims again.
Come back. You're probably going to remaster.
Come back to Skyrim again.
To Final 5 for the second time. And then PS3 games are still going to be getting remastered.
Butterball says you can't review that Samurai game, but the Sega Bass Fishing vid was funny. The Sega Bash fishing video would have been funnier if I plugged my microphone in, because I was yelling at the screen, and when I was missing those fish, I was screaming. I was like, "Fuck!" And that was going on all night, because when you play the championship tournament mode, it's much more harder than the arcade mode. The arcade mode's easy. This game, you have to be very careful not to break your line, not to have too much tension. And since I'm using the controller and not the fishing rod like the arcade or Dreamcast, it makes it even harder. So I was getting fucked up. I was losing big fish. Ugh. What the fuck is this with Beyonce? What?
You hear the Dynasty Warriors 9 is going to have fishing?
What is it?
Dynasty Warriors 9 is going to have fishing.
Yes, I heard about that. It's going to be the same architecture, Rico. It's the same Tony. No reason not to. It's the same Tony? Did you just get off of fucking the throwdown or something? So it says here, the director behind Cowboy Bebop is working on a new anime short for the Blade Runner. Interesting. That's cool. Wonder Woman is out on Blu-ray. If you haven't seen it, check it out.
I'm gonna fucking pirate that.
No, don't pirate. Support it, man. You can fucking afford it. You have a job.
I'm just kidding, bro.
Don't be like these gadgets. Lastly, you may have seen me arguing with Mike Madden on Twitter, but I think he was trolling me the whole time, where I had to explain to him what a fucking frame buffer was. I've been teaching this shit for years, people.
Get Dirtybird, Phoenix, Jay Gunn, and John Shaw back on.
I definitely need to get Dirtybird back on, because all he has to do is talk. You know, and some may think it's cold-blooded that I'm laughing at his injury, but I just used to love listening to him talk. That's not funny.
He's injured. That's why he talks like that.
Oh, you don't hear the story?
No, I never heard the story.
He got drunk and fell off a roof, and his neck landed on a rail.
Oh, damn.
That's why he talks like that. Why are you all laughing? That's not funny. He could have died.
That's just fucking hilarious.
Why are you all laughing?
That's not. I do roof work, man. That's not hilarious.
He wasn't working on the roof. I think he was hanging out. I don't know. I'll have to get him on to tell the story again.
Kalel's laughing too, nigga. I'm not alone.
Kalel's cracking.
Y'all fucked up, dog. For real, man. See y'all some niggers. That's some nigger shit right there.
I can't find the mouse, so I haven't been able to do the review yet.
Can you imagine him landing on it and him on the floor? I can't breathe.
I want you to think about this. I sent one of these to Dirtybird, a mouse. Not this particular mouse, just a mouse that I had received for review. A mouse. Here, review this fucking mouse. It took him fucking 4 months. I could write a mouse review in my underwear in the bed with the covers on. It felt really smooth. It had good weight to it. And it had 2000 DPI, and the mouse cursor was really smooth on the screen. It was 120 frames per second. I give it a B. I mean, come on. And then I think he lost the mouse for a while. It was just funny. Wow. He was a funny dude. The best part about Dirtybird, and it still makes me laugh to this day, is when Dirtybird and John Shaw used to get into arguments. When John Shaw said he was the most remedial gamer he's ever met, I fucking lost it. Why don't you shut the fuck up? You shut me up. Why don't you wait, maybe somebody here doesn't know what video I'm talking about. Let's find it. Was it on Bitbag TV? I think it was.
What's up with Shaz? He needs to get out of that rock.
Here it is. Here, oh, look, it came right up. Hold on.
Beating him lies in his own crowd. He'd always be talking about fanboys, but he would defend Nintendo to the death. Who? They were brought up.
Who would? Who would defend it? Who are you talking about?
See, now that I know this isn't funny anymore, but that's fucked up.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Hold on.
Oh, I know that. Oh, so we're killing more. Okay.
Watch the video. Watch the stream.
We're trying to, but you're fucking talking through us.
Not dismiss. See, Roadkill says XP is shared.
It's not completely shared. I can't hear Roadkill.
Because he's not talking.
Yes.
I can't type and fucking do this at the same time. I can't read and kill enemies. No. That's why I've got this fucking voice chat, so I can concentrate and fucking talk.
He's doing in-game chats.
I'm to put them all down, but how can you kill your wife?
Yes, and I can't fucking hold a mouse and kill things and fucking type at the same goddamn time.
You should be able to.
Thank you. Follow me. Hey, come over here.
Don't have time to buy anything.
Where they really go at it?
That's bad.
I don't have enough.
Oh, okay. Good for you.
It's buried with
Dirty really needs this strategy on here. Is all you do.
Oh, here we go.
It's like y'all really need. Dirty really needs this strategy on here. Is all you do. So you see an enemy, you click that motherfucking.
Okay, John Shaw, there's more to this fucking game than just clicking.
There's a big crack coming this time. Stand your ground.
Do it.
So, shut the fuck up, goddamn dude.
More arcane power.
There's more to the game than just fucking going on forums with, and I can't fucking talk to the people I'm playing with.
Because you suck.
No, it's because you're fucking talking to everyone. No, because I'm trying to talk to them. Okay, so you got people scared.
Meet a raggedy fellow who claims to get
Okay. Enough of that one. That's fucking hilarious. Wait, I got another one. Ghost Recon. John Shaw versus Dirtybird. Hold on.
In combat. Go to hell.
Fuck!
Oh.
Come on!
We have people standing against other people on the bridge. On the left.
Wait for it.
Oh shit. Come on.
Forces are evenly matched.
Oh shit. More time.
Here it comes.
Blood splat off.
Down here. Cover my ass.
31 seconds. I'm coming down. I'm coming down stairway B.
Come on. Whoever's coming down, hurry up.
I'm coming.
They're about to get on them.
Jesus fucking Christ. What are you doing?
Dirty, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh shit, there was a guy fucking...
Oh my god, you were the only one down there.
2 seconds.
I wasn't down there.
How you gonna tell me you went down? I just spawned on you.
I was too far out. I could see everything.
God
We are
damn.
not yet defeated.
I didn't even know there was a guy on the ground.
I thought Tor said that he was right there.
No, I was running down stairway
I
B.
was on it. He was coming down the stairway. He was right there at the thing where you could have just turned around and
Okay,
shot
Bully,
both.
I was on the other side of the fucking bridge. I
I
had
know
the,
you
the
stopped.
drone on it.
You was under the bridge. You
I
was
thought
under the
somebody was closer. Chill the fuck out.
Defend these sources of intelligence.
bridge. You sitting there playing. We supposed to be armed and fine. We don't need to know where they are.
Designating objective.
Yeah, you do. You
No,
guys
we
have been
don't.
getting... Okay, yes.
They
Because...
can be wherever the fuck they want to be. If they ain't at the bomb, then fuck them.
And I thought somebody was closer.
There was
I
a
had the
guy.
tar-
There was a guy hiding behind the bomb, and he was prone. That's why I didn't see him. Hey,
And I told you he was right there, though.
that was tough. That was a tough one. A and fucking C.
Stand by. Enemy forces are transmitting data.
Got the guy at sea.
That wasn't what they wanted. Protect the remaining sites.
Frag out!
Oh my god, on the bridge going to be, on the bridge going to be.
I'm standing in Bravo, don't worry. God. Are you fucking kidding me? Alright, I think he's laying down like hurt.
Yeah, guy at A. Guy at A.
UAV.
I'm at the bridge.
The enemy has transmitted data. It's unconfirmed whether they have identified the target.
God damn it!
The enemy has ID'd their target. Fall back and defend.
Alright. There we go.
Throwing a frag!
This word is I'm gonna back by our fucking shit.
Same thing we had.
Shit.
I'm on the opposite side of the map.
Hey.
Anyway, that's that. They had another. There's another argument out there somewhere. I don't know where it is though. But that shit's fucking hilarious. Anyway, there's another one. People love this one.
Charge.
Oh, you gotta be fucking killing me! Are you serious? Are you serious? Fucking team kill while I'm fucking disarming the MCOM? What? What? Who the fuck? That's it. My whole game now is no, start it over. This is bullshit! What happened?
Oh my god.
Fucking Rap Mendoza. I was just about to fucking disarm the MCOM and he fucking team kills me. God damn it!
Oh my god.
This is fucking bullshit.
Oh my god.
Feel my pain. That's why I don't play Rush.
You killed me when I was fucking disarming our MCOM. We could have fucking saved the game.
No, you couldn't. We wouldn't.
That's hilarious.
Oh, PSN doesn't have a report function. Oh, yeah. Yep.
We need to get to a different server.
Wow.
I want to do some conquest.
Nope, let this game go. That's all I'm doing the next game is team killing him. I'm gonna team kill him until it kicks me off the server. I don't give a fuck.
Damn it.
My sole purpose in life is to kill this motherfucker.
Oh, Vitor. Find him. Who did it?
Rat or rat something.
Rap Mendoza?
He's dead.
Good time to get kicked, so remember that.
I need to get in his fucking party.
Yeah, the same one I'm in.
Kill that.
Kill her and grab the saber. Who just died? Somebody just left the cave.
I don't know.
Is it Dirty?
Dirty's still in here from what I see.
It must have been the other dude on the team.
Yes, I am interested in Sea of Thieves.
Is Dirty in our
I'm definitely
squad?
gonna get it.
Yeah, but he just doesn't show up in it.
Yeah, man.
Go, drive.
I guess it was skill bound, but it got
And this last one is when I team killed all the campers.
Wait a minute, you're not feeling Forza 3, Forza 7, and Gears?
Don't.
I got Gears in Halo.
I'm talking to Rico.
Oh.
Rico sucks.
Wow.
Hitters, man. You gotta get away from here.
I don't. If it's not burnout, I don't want to.
You got it, run.
What'd you say, Gears?
Yeah, and it's just sitting around.
Shooting games that come out every 2 years.
Watering all the way out here.
Slow down.
Enemy tank, south to side. Coming in hot in between A and B.
It was a investment. And that's on the Xbox 360.
Why are they
because it's smart.
Take cover, grenade! Taking fire, I can't go anymore!
Yeah, I've seen Black Wade. I want to check that out too. There's not enough fucking pirate games.
That's why they're fucking losers.
Fucking ice runs me over, the fucking asshole.
Ice ain't shit. I drove all that way just because.
Alright, enough of that.
What video were you watching? You didn't send it to us on Discord.
Oh, you need the links? When you
You
got
ain't watching it now. Too late now.
I'll send the links.
I thought he was gonna post them in Discord.
Hold on.
In combat. What the hell? Fuck!
Hey, man,
Whoa!
Samus returned to Switch.
How did I link that
why they tripping
video?
on that?
How did I do that?
That's on the 3DS, right?
Yeah.
How did I link a video in the chat? I don't remember doing that. What the how did I do that?
What video? What are you talking
The
about?
Diablo. Oh no, I think I started it that way. Never mind. I'm going fucking crazy, guys. I need help. Alright. Watch those and laugh. Okay. Yeah, I heard of Black Wake. It looks really cool. I love anything with pirates, so I'll check that out. I think that's it for tonight.
Oh, Tor.
Yes.
Tor. Man, have you been watching Rick and Morty?
No, I'm gonna let it finish and then marathon it.
Dude, right now they got about 3 classic episodes, especially the first one. When you see the first one, that shit's dope.
Last episode.
Yeah, I can't. There's no way I can watch it and then wait a week and watch it. I can't do it. I got to marathon my Rick and Morty. I want to sit down with some comfort food and just watch every single fucking episode.
What you're doing right now, Tor. I caved in.
Oh, really?
Caved in hard as fuck.
How many episodes is it so far?
Is it 7?
7
Which
episodes?
one did you say was the dopest, Riku?
Oh, the Pickle Rick episode is the dopest.
Okay, yeah, no, that is dope. Yeah,
maybe I need to start doing that this weekend. Maybe I need to jump in.
I mean, you might as well wait. There's only 3 more episodes. Wait 3 more weeks.
Oh, it's 10 per season?
Yeah, I believe.
Oh, I can do that. I can do that. You know what I finished? The last season of Blacklist. Oh shit. That was deep.
Fell off of that shit hard.
Oh, it got deep. It got deep. It got real deep. Oh, good show.
I thought it kind of then I was losing interest in the episodic.
Mm-hmm.
Each episode, because it seems like their formula was, for a while, it was episodic little arc for that 40-something minutes, and then the last like 10 or then you'll get something like major, and to the overall plot.
You need to continue watching. You need to do it because this last episode is pretty much all connected, and it's all like the plot that we've been waiting to finish. You just gotta watch it. It's so fucking good. It's so worth it, and it's only 4 seasons, and they're all on Netflix. So just do it.
Hey, do you guys watch Mr. Robot?
No, I don't.
That shit's dope.
I heard that's
I fell
good.
off of that one hard. Fuck.
Oh, he fell off? Oh, that shit's dope.
You know why he fell off? Because he tuned into it, and Mr. Robot wasn't a Gundam, so he said, "Fuck this shit."
I love season 1. I love season 1. I love season 1, but season 2 bore the fuck out of me.
All right,
That's
people.
still ongoing?
No, you can just watch the old episodes. I don't think they're not making new episodes of Mr. Robot, are they?
I think the 3rd season should be coming up soon.
Oh, okay. Oh. Okay, I gotta go, guys. It's getting late. Tomorrow the new Dick's Sporting Goods opened, so I'm gonna go tomorrow when it opened, and they're giving away gift cards, and Want to check out their fishing gear section. Right in my neighborhood, they got a Dick's Sporting Goods. It's fucking exciting. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? You understand.
No, we don't understand, motherfucker. What are you gonna be streaming on Sunday?
I haven't decided yet. The stream's gonna be tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow?
Because I'm fishing Sunday instead of tomorrow, so the stream will be tomorrow.
Patriots. You don't got no comments watching Patriots games no more.
Well, no, I got Verizon, so when we're on the boat, I could watch the game when we're eating sandwiches.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the advantage of having Verizon, man. You can watch all the football games on your fucking phone. It's great. It's great. But I'm worried about Patriots at this point. Oh boy. I'm worried. We'll see though. I don't know. I have a feeling that if their defense doesn't fucking pick up, they're not even gonna make it to the playoffs. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh no, Belichick, he'll fix that linebacker problem.
Well, he does stuff. Yeah, Belichick's got the magic touch, but I don't know, man. That first game was disgusting. Totally disgusting. All right, people. I will see you next weekend. Thanks for listening, and thanks for your support. Peace out.